David Rogers has the weather forecast. Morning, David.
Hello, good morning from Met Éireann. Well, there'll be sunny intervals and scattered showers today. The showers will be heaviest and most frequent in the north and west, with hail and sleet at times, and isolated thunderstorms there also. While not as severe as yesterday, southwest to west winds will still be fresh to strong and gusty throughout the day, especially further north, making it feel rather cold. Highest temperatures just 6 to 8 degrees Celsius. Further wintry showers will occur tonight, with some snow likely on high ground further north. However, the south and southeast will be dry with clear spells tonight. Westerly winds will remain fresh to strong overnight in many places, and it'll turn colder too. Lowest temperatures 1 to 4 degrees Celsius, resulting in some icy patches in sheltered locations by dawn.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. This is Aamir. Welcome to another video from Dublin, Ireland. As you already know from the title of this video, today we will be talking about the climate of this country. Now, if something bothers me, I really get nerdy about it until I go to the bottom of it and understand it in detail. So one thing that has been bothering me for a very, very long time is the climate of this country. I mean, of course, like any other country, Ireland also has 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn and winter. But then it rains throughout the year. Ireland does not have a monsoon season like Asian countries like India and other tropical countries, but it rains throughout the year. It doesn't rain so much to bring floods or cause any kinds of problems. Of course, there are problems, they are not so huge, but Ireland receives a substantial amount of rain. However, rain alone doesn't bother me. What bothers me the most is rain and wind. I mean, it's windy, it's so windy. I don't understand why it's so windy all the time, and this is the reason I did a little bit of research into the climate of Ireland to understand historically what has been happening and what is the reason for this kind of weather. So let us put on our geography hats. I think some of you might have learned about this in school. So without wasting further time, let's get into it. The most significant factor affecting the climate of Ireland is the polar front. The movement you see here is the warm and cold air mass in the atmosphere. A polar front is where the cold air mass from the Arctic Circle meets the warm tropical air mass. This warm air contains evaporated water from the oceans, which condenses on meeting with cold air. This results in formation of heavy clouds which move towards Ireland due to wind, where they occupy the sky until it rains. And this is also the reason for the grey skies in Ireland. Geez, here we go again. Rain, wind, and it's super cold. Now, these are precisely the conditions brought upon by the polar front. And it makes me want to rip my hair off. But it's not that simple. Hot air and cold air both travel at the speeds of an F1 car, and they don't really mix so well. So when they meet, there is like an explosion that results in typical weather conditions that you find only in Ireland. Cold air is cold, dense, dry, and it is heavier than warm air. Therefore, it moves close to the surface than warm air, which rises up. And as I said earlier, the warm air carries evaporated water from the oceans, and on meeting the cold air, this warm air is cooled rapidly while the pressure of the cold air drops below the surrounding pressure. This results in a low pressure system, which is called as depression by weather experts. And if you have ever seen weather news, you would know depression is the main reason for wind, heavy rain as well as hurricanes. This is the reason for the storms that constantly arrive on Irish shores.
This is the first signs of Storm Brendan on our satellite, and you can see it turning into this deep swirl.
The weather system has already smashed through Ireland and Northern Ireland, knocking out power to 50,000 people in County Cork.
Sure, and we still have people coming down here to take pictures of what Lorenzo is bringing. And in the last couple of minutes, a number of people taking to the water.
Wind and rain. In fact, this week, the wind and rain is likely to bring disruption, particularly during the next couple of days as Storm Brendan blows through.
According to Met Éireann, if not for this polar front and if not for the struggle between the hot and cold air, the weather in Ireland would have been freezing. The temperatures would go as low as minus 22 degrees. Imagine that. That's not the only good thing. It's always sunny weather behind the cold air. So once it overcomes the warm air, blue sunny skies appear. Bright blue skies. It is a bit cold. The temperature is about 4 degrees, but it's really pleasant. And it's not an exaggeration to state you see clouds, rain, blue skies all in a matter of few hours, which is again a typical feature of the Irish weather. Well, the best thing about this weather is that it's never too cold and it's never too warm either. It's, you know, in that middle, wonderful, beautiful level. Well, personally speaking, I don't mind the weather. I mean, I just love it. The air is quite clean and I love the cold weather. The only problem for me is the wind and rain. It's not that bad. People have found a way to live around it. And you kind of get used to it. You start owning multiple jackets for all kind of weather conditions, and life moves on. But I just thought that this is something that I should share, so I did. Anyway, thank you for watching. Share this video with anyone you think is as nerdy as me about these things. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.